Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hope you were able to find a place to park. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the school tonight. So I'm John Fitzgerald, and I'm here to welcome you on behalf of the Performing Arts Department. Mr. Katz, our show director, is a little under the weather, so he's home. But we have a really great show going, and we certainly couldn't be happier that you're here. So. One exciting thing is that our show takes us back to 1865, where they didn't have cell phones, or they didn't have good service anyway. We also have a bunch of microphones, and so like the frequency of your phone interferes sometimes with the frequencies of the mics. So if you're able to turn your phone off or put it on airplane mode, it really does. Like I don't know what it does on airplanes, but here it definitely makes a difference. And so if you're able to do that, that would be really great. We have these beautiful programs that we wanted to talk about some of our sponsors. One of our big sponsors is Sticks of Wilsonville, the car dealership here in town, and they've been very generous. So if you love the show and you're like, man, I gotta buy a car, like do that on the way home. Through the magic of technology, if you look behind you, you can see Mr. Davies, who is conducting the band from about 100 miles away, and so the sound comes in here. He mentioned that he would like a car, so if you don't need one, you can get one from Mr. Davies. So Nichols Family Insurance is one of our big sponsors, if you would like to sponsor an ad in the program, you can feel free to let me know or Mr. Katz know. That would be very generous. We would appreciate that. And if you are able to, don't buy a car. But if you want to purvey from one of these people, feel free. So, let's see. So we are selling concessions before the show and at intermission. And so beautiful, delicious, yummy Skittles. You can taste the rainbow. But we ask that you keep the food out in the lobby. The crinkly wrappers and the flying Skittles are a little rough. And like that. Feel free to bring water in here if you'd like, but food out there. And then other than that, you came to see a beautiful show, which is really amazing. I'm so excited if you're here for the first time that you get to see it. It's just really beautiful. And I'm going to walk off the stage, and Mr. Davies is going to start playing some music for you. So thanks for coming, everyone.
Miss March, another letter has arrived for you. Miss March.
Mrs. Kirk, the mutton you ordered is on the kitchen table. Oh, thank you, Professor. Christopher Columbus, another publisher. Another rejection.
I have no idea. I do not read your letters, but they keep arriving and I keep bringing them to you.
And I keep hoping.
We all keep hoping for your success, Miss March. The entire boarding house is hoping. You have a soul on edge.
My dear Miss March, I read your story. Well, he's read it. Unfortunately, I found your tale tasteless and vulgar, not at all suitable for my readers. My advice to you.
My advice to you is to return home and have babies. This is but venom remains. Sincerely, F. Pop.
22.
22.
22 rejections since I've been in New York. They all say the same thing. Go home, give up.
F. Putnam is an idiot. His words are meaningless.
F. Putnam is one of those powerful publishers in the city.
You cannot give up hope, Miss March. There will be someone who will like your story. I am certain of it.
Professor Bear, is it possible I could read my story to you? I would so appreciate your opinion.
But yes, of course.
Actually, it's one of my best. It's a mean and stormy night. The moors are bleak and bloody. Thunder claps. Lightning strikes. The fair Clarissa, her clothes in disarray, races across the lives of Stony. Now she stops. Now she runs. Will she escape? Will she be caught? Full determination, the villainess of Mr. Braxton Prendergast marches for her. There's no escape. She's but a child, and yet she turns to fight with eyes ablaze. This noble girl, easy gaze, unafraid. She will not be defiled. Keep away from me, you wretch!
I cannot keep away. Your beauty draws me. Your passion ignites me. I've got to hold you.
I defy you.
Got to have you.
Let me guide you.
Come closer. So close to me. And the mother too.
At that moment, Roderigo appears in magnificent splendor.
Unhand that woman, villain! I am your destiny, your picture is wrong. So what was rightly mine 10 long years ago? You left me cold, alone and forgotten. Now I'm back to tell the story. Miss March, remind me, what is it you're writing here?
Blood and gut stuff. It's all the rage. The magazines and periodicals are full of it.
Violence and seduction on every page.
Read Shakespeare. Read history. Read the newspapers.
It is getting late. Perhaps it is best if we continue this at some other time.
No! I want to know what you think, Professor.
Blood and gut stuff. What you think they will want to hear. If I have learned nothing else about you, Miss March, it is that you are unique. Something you should try not to forget. I think you could do better.
Better? And who are you anyway, an aging German professor close to 50?
I am 34!
34? Really? Well, you look a lot older.
I worry a lot.
And just what do you worry about?
How to avoid a conversation such as this? Now, I will go to dinner. Since you have been with us, Miss March, 6 weeks now, is it? You rant, you shout, you disturb the whole order of this boarding house. I am a serene and peaceful man.
You're aloof and you're arrogant.
Are you arrogant? I spoke my mind, Miss March, as you did yours. Obviously, it was not appreciated on either side.
Obviously, my stories were a great success in Concord. Better than what? Better than this dazzling plot. Better, this story will be my King Lear. His praise is better than him. Better, even my smallest whim is better. How can he miss what's so clear? How can I do better than what's already here? No, I hate being a governess. I should be out meeting eligible young men.
Oh, it's going to be a dismal Christmas. What with Father away and no money for presents.
Meg, Amy, Joe has a surprise for us.
Or was I better when I was home?
Listen, everyone. I have risen to the occasion this year, and I've written us an operatic tragedy.
And we're going to perform it for Christmas?
No, I can't.
Not with my flat nose.
Joe, do you really think we should?
What, with this awful war?
When have we let anything defeat us? Years from now, people will talk about us wanting the Christmas Eve. Four penniless, ragged sisters put on an operatic tragedy for all of Concord.
Oh,
no! Filled with blood and guts. Two massacres, a mass ball, several heart-wrenching scenes. The crowd will hush. We'll start the overture and Beth will surely blush when Clarissa starts to bleed. Christmas will exceed our finest dream. No. Do I die again in this one? Yes. We'll die like number 4. The world will shatter in your body. It's the floor. When Rodrigo makes you believe. Christmas will exceed our finest dream. Now meet me as Clarissa, and we passion is permissible. This tragedy depends upon the fire in your eyes. And then you are the mother. Renew, restore. All hearts will melt the moment mother cries. Let's begin. Aha! Woo!
Mother, do not cry.
No, expression, Amy. The heart. Mother. Oh no, dear mother, do not cry.
Mother, oh dear. Joe, I am teased and ridiculed at school and all that concerns you is your silly little tragedy.
I know you're tired. I know it's hard. But we will triumph when Rodrigo goes on guard. Our success is guaranteed. Christmas will be thrilling. Christmas will be gory. Christmas will exceed our finest dreams.
Joe. Joe. Joe? Joe? Joe?
Joe! I'm in an important decision today. As you all know, I've been writing stories forever. With much satisfaction, and people seem to like what I write.
You know the Joe?
Absolutely. So I decided I'm going to become a world renowned writer. I shall write great books, earn barrels of money, and I'll give you all everything that you have ever dreamed of.
Joe!
But we must promise to remain just as we are. Solid, like a fortress. No matter what happens, we must promise that it will always be the 4 March sisters forever. Forever! Come, let's rehearse.
Mother,
Not
dear
you,
mother,
not
no
you,
one.
no one. I've got my boots and hat, my mustache and soul. I'm making my dances now. Curtains unfurled. I'll show them all I know to see. In a dress for finest girls, I'm ready to take them. I need a song.
Annie Moffat to invite me to her St. Valentine's Day ball. I'll wring her bloody little neck if she doesn't. Another? I want you to get us a Christmas tree. Rodrigo will chop one down immediately. Where? There, across the road.
But that's on Mr. Lawrence's property. You'll go to prison for it.
Prison? What care I for prison?
Joe's an incredible human being.
Look, they're at the window. It's Mr. Lawrence. He's standing there glaring out. He looks sinister.
I think he looks sad.
I wouldn't be sad living in such a house.
Has anyone ever been inside?
He's never let any of us in. They say he's a very angry and bitter man. He's going to get us all into deadly trouble.
Oh, we'll be known as the family with the criminal sister.
What criminal sister?
Marty, home! What's going on here? Joe has written an operatic tragedy, and she's inviting all of Concord to come see his performance.
And I'm the mother in it.
And I die in it, but it's a beautiful death.
And I play Clarissa, who's very sweet.
Well, it sounds wonderful.
Tell us about your day.
Well, I knitted socks and blankets for the Soldiers' Aid Society, and letters come from
A
Father.
letter from Father? Read it to us, Marmy.
Where's Joe?
She's outside. Read the letter, Marmy.
No, we'll wait for Joe.
She may be ours.
Well, I want to hear all the things the girls did today.
I
Charlotte,
hate
I
you.
think
First,
I do try.
I was so humiliated.
Rodrigo has returned!
Joe!
Marmy.
Where did you get that tree?
I borrowed it from Mr. Lawrence.
Joe, you didn't.
I took it for us, Marmy.
Well, you'll take it back immediately.
Take it back? That's like bringing back a chicken after you chopped off its head.
If you let us keep it, it is Christmas, Marmy.
No, destroying someone else's property.
We can give it to the Hamels. They absolutely.
Good. The tree goes to the Hummels. Now, what about Mr. Lawrence?
What about him?
Mr. Lawrence?
Yes, Mr. Lawrence. You!
Me?
You chopped down my perfect Douglas fir. I should have you arrested.
I'll make it up to you, sir.
With what?
I'll plant 6 more.
12.
And I'll chop your firewood for a few days.
Weeks. And I should hope such an incident as this never happens again. You've ruined my day.
He loves his trees.
Ruined!
I'm Theodore Lawrence, the third. But everyone calls me Glory. I've come to live here in Concord. I can play the piccolo. I can sleep standing up. And I won a medal for holding my breath nearly 3 minutes before passing out. I think that was terrifically daring of you chopping down grandfather's tree. Well, goodbye.
Theodore Lawrence III! Would you mind delivering this tree to the humble
Joe!
I don't mind at all.
He does not mind.
Just point me the direction.
They live half a mile down the road, the red house with the broken shingles.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Joe, you must think before you act on every whim.
I just want us all to have a wonderful Christmas, Marmy.
The letters come from Father Christopher Columbus.
Do read it to us, Marmy.
My dear wife, the war goes on and on, yet seems nowhere in sight. The days are difficult and long, but I am well.
He's well.
Still, it's very lonely away from my dear ones, especially lonely now that Christmas is approaching. Each night, in my tent, I think of my precious girls.
He thinks of us.
Give them all my love, and give them a sweet kiss. Tell them to be good girls, faithful and hardworking, and to conquer that which is disagreeable in them, so that with my return I'll be fonder and prouder than ever of my little woman.
Well, why are we looking so glum? Do we have an operatic tragedy to perform or not? If we do, well, then we've got work to do. There's costumes to complete, and we'll need an oleo curtain for you to paint. And will you perform something, Marmee? Marmee? I'll write something thrilling for you with passion and daring. Yes. Yes, I will. We'll make this the best Christmas ever. We March women are invincible. Now go on. Get to work.
I'll go get my paints. I'll find a costume for Marty.
Always by the hand, Bill.
I still don't know why we couldn't have kept that tree.
My dear husband, write a letter, be inventive, tell you everything is fine, be attentive to the distance, send my love in every line, every word should bring you closer and caress you with its tone. Nothing should remind you that I am here alone. I can tell you how I'm feeling. I can talk about the war, how the pealing of the church bells brings the battle to our door. I don't know which part is harder, what I know or what's unknown, or racing to win. But I am here alone, counting
know the hour?
Almost 10, I believe.
Your workday begins with me at 9. You missed reading to me, and still haven't repaired the latch on the cellar door.
I got delayed finding you these beautiful flowers.
Don't try to repeat Josephine. You were dawdling.
I wasn't dawdling. I was writing a story.
You are what happens to a girl when she has no father.
I have a father.
Never here when you need him. And now my nephew has the audacity to be an army chaplain when he can't even support his own family. Josephine, listen to me. You are on the verge of womanhood. And just look at you. You go about writing senseless stories, constantly trying to save the world. And you can't even save yourself.
I don't need saving.
There are many pitfalls a girl can fall into, and Josephine, you are headed towards all of them. I want to see you shine. Even if you're not rich, you can at least marry well.
I'll never marry.
You'll marry. All girls marry.
I'm not all girls.
With a good marriage, you can have power. You can take your place in society.
I don't give two figs about society.
Well, then there's no point in our having this conversation. It is clear to me I could never take you to Europe.
Take me to Europe.
Wasn't idle thought of mine.
Do you know how important it is for a writer to travel?
It's been my dream, Aunt March. We earn our dreams in this world, Josephine. It's foolish of me to think you could ever change your ways.
I could try.
You can never bend your will. You can never follow through. You can never bite your tongue, though your tongue is split into. If you want to live your dreams, these are things you have to do. How could you change? You can't, not you.
I could change if I wanted to.
Could you practice self-control? Could you possibly be shy? Could you wear a corset tight in the heat of mid-July? Is a rule you must obey, everyone would you deny? You'll never change. You won't, that's why. Yet somewhere deep in my heart, I do believe you could captivate the world. If you could change, there is so much you could achieve. In time you could succeed and travel very far away. You could be guiding, charming me, someone well-mannered and full of grace. Learn the art of smiling.
That could be hard.
It is very hard for someone who dreams like you. If you work, you'll find there's nothing you can't do.
So if I change, we'll go to Paris.
Change completely or don't waste my time.
If I change, we'll stop in Antwerp.
Gracious living will make you survive.
If I change, you'll take me to Zurich.
Every city from Dublin to Cork.
Surely, with your guidance, I can learn to use feminine wiles within line. I could be beguiling. I could learn to charm a donkey for chicks to see the world. Learn the art of smiling. I could button up my mind and keep my thoughts perfumed and pure. Yes, I surely think I could.
If you could, that would be good.
There's nothing that I wouldn't suffer to see the world. I could do it if I try. I could do it if I sure will.
All you have to do is work to acquire any skill. These are things a girl must do when she has dreams she must fulfill. Change how you look and how you talk. Change how you think and how you are.
I'll hold my breath and hold my tongue to what it takes to travel far.
For you. Yes, I could.
Next year, it'll be you, Beth.
Me? You think so?
Meg!
I can't go.
Meg, why not?
Look at me. Every girl in Concord my age has been to a ball before, and this is the very first time I've ever worn a dress like this. Anything like this.
I wore that very same dress to my first ball, and it didn't look half as good on me. Margaret March, you've been dreaming about Annie Moffat's St. Valentine's Day ball for months. You can't walk away from it now.
I'm not built for gowns.
You look very alluring.
I think the word is alarming, Marmy. Meg's the beauty. Look at her. She'll be the most sought-after girl at the ball.
She doesn't want to go.
Meg, what will I do if someone asks me to dance?
Just smile and say, I'd be delighted,
Delighted,
then offer him your hand.
delighted.
Delighted, now let him take command. I'm hardly delighted. You're dancing like a candle.
No, I cannot dance tonight.
I'd be delighted, you know. Trancing, exotic,
The sound of romancing.
delighted, some of the romancing. People everywhere.
Elegance is fair.
How can I be sure they'll like me when I'm there?
I can see you dancing all night. I'd be delighted, 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 ain't the girls delighted, provided success has been decided. The clouds of which was delighted. I'm ready. Amy, what are you doing? I'm going to the ball. You're what? Amy, no. I found this old dress and it almost fits. It was mine. I know. All it needs is a pretty sash. Besides, why shouldn't I go? Because you weren't invited. I can go in your place. In my place? Amy, you don't care about good society, and I do. I don't care about snobs. People who think they're better than you just because they have greater houses. Well, they do have greater houses.
That's enough.
But I want elegance and fine things, Marmy. And I want passion. I want to be noticed because I'm unique, not because of some silly sash. Sashes aren't silly. Aunt March says the right accessories can be the key to a girl's success. Besides, I wouldn't go to a ball with score marks on the back of my dress. What? As big as your head. Amy!
Beth, hand me my sewing basket.
But Joe hates balls. She should stay in her musty old attic or her dreadful little stories. Amy! My stories are dreadful.
Nobody reads them, and nobody likes them.
That's enough.
Well, I like them, and I'm sending this one off to a very prominent New York publisher.
And he'll
Hate it, girls.
There you go, Joe. It's barely noticeable.
We've got to go. Yes. And I'll tell everyone how sweet you were to give me your beautiful fan. Good night, Mommy. Dad, if anyone calls for us, we're at the ball. Good night, everyone.
Girls, have a wonderful evening. Amy, think about what you said. When Joe comes back, you can apologize. Now, come on.
then we'll go back in as if nothing had happened. Our heads held high. Yes, you're right. As a young lady who is soon to go abroad and do amazing things, I shall return poised and elegant, brimming with confidence. I shall sit grandly. Christopher Columbus!
Excuse me.
You?
Me.
What are you doing here?
I passed out. Too much dancing, I guess.
Too much punch, I'd say.
Lori? Lori, where have you been? I'm looking everywhere for you.
Mr. Brooke, I want
Your
you to...
grandfather will be furious. He's some very important people for you.
I have. These are the march girls I've been telling you about. The ones from across the way. This is Meg, right?
Yes.
And this is Joe. She cuts our firewood on occasion. This is Mr. John Brooke. He's a scholar from Boston.
I'm Lori's tutor. Come, Lori.
Sir, you've taken my dance card.
Your dance card? Or is this yours? Sorry. So, you're Margaret March.
Yes, I am.
It's a splendid party, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Quite lovely. So, you're from Boston?
Actually, Maine.
I've never been to Maine.
You should go. It's a beautiful country.
Very,
Primitive.
I like primitive.
Mr. Brooke is a romantic.
Is that true?
Oh no, I read Keats and Keats and Shelley.
So do I.
You read Keats and Shelley?
All the time.
But you don't like to dance, Miss March.
Meg, we were going to meet with the ladies in the salon. I'd be delighted, Mr. Brooke. Excuse us, Joe. Did you see that? You just... Meg! What is it with you and that smile?
You make me beam.
Well, you look ridiculous.
You're looking very fetching tonight.
Etching. Growing.
So tell me, when you're not attending balls, what do you do?
I read blood and guts stories. I make extraordinary plans. I'm going to Europe. I'm going to meet famous writers and revolutionaries. So what about you? What do you do? Marmee says you're all alone in the world with no mother or father. That must be awful for you.
It's not awful. I've got a cranky old grandfather. I've got a cat. And I've got...
What?
Well, I was hoping to say you.
Me? You don't have me.
I know I have the right. But sometimes late at night, I watch you in that attic, pacing back and forth like a maniac. I've never met a girl like you, anyone at all like you. This is very nice, such a lovely party. The music sounds so thrilling. It makes a person feel like dancing. I'm very good. I won a medal for dancing in school.
I don't dance. Besides, I got a patch on the back of my dress.
Patch? Let me see.
No!
No! I like it. That patch has got a whole new fashion. Dance with me tonight, and I guarantee by next spring, every girl in Concord will be wearing a patch on her dress. We could do 100 things, anything you please. We could fly on golden wings across the sand sea. I'll bet we get a camel for freedom if you'll take a chance on me.
You're a lunatic.
We could catch a thousand stars and send them What do you say? Try me?
I challenge you to a skating race tomorrow at the pond. Come on.
We'll circle the world doing all we've ever dreamed of. 'Cause you'll take a chance, yes, you'll take a chance. Take a chance on me.
Mommy's at home. Meg!
Excuse me, Miss March. Jean Lori's tutor. We were dancing and the ankle may be sprained. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
The evening began very strangely, but ended magnificently good night.
Good night. Can you walk on it?
Oh, it's nothing, Marmee.
Tell us about the fall. I tried to do all these ladylike things, Marmee, that went unnoticed. Oh, except by Mr. Lawrence's grandson. And poor Meg, no one asked her to dance except for that pompous Mr. Brooke.
You danced divinely. I had a wonderful time. Actually, I had the best time of my life. I may have left here a girl, but I came home a woman.
A woman? What is she talking about, Meg? It's just Meg being silly, Marmee.
Well, come on, girls. It's been a long day for all of us.
Oh, that's a joke. Look what I brought you. A truffle.
Thank you, Joe. Good night, Marmee.
Amy? I'm sorry for the things I said, Joe.
And for you, Miss March. A petit four, a little squashed, but still edible. Thank you.
Come in, Joe.
I'm just gonna put the finishing touches to my story, Marmee.
Don't be too long. Oh, and see that the fire is out.
Amy? Amy, where are you? Amy?
Joe, what's happened?
Amy! Joe! Amy! What did you do with my story? Nothing! What did you do? I was working on that story day and night. And I burnt it. You what?
And I'm glad I did.
I gotta choke you! No!
Go
sorry, Joe. It's not your fault. But you did give birth to her.
Can't you see? She just wants to be like you. She wants to have the things you have. She's just a child, Joe.
She's not just a child, she's a demon in a child's body!
Joe, if I could bring your story back, I would.
My writing is everything to me, Barbie. It's who I am. It's my future. It's my passion.
That passion is still in you. Believe me, Joe, it's still there.
I'll never forgive her.
You're not wrong in feeling anger. But if you build a wall between you and Amy, the only person you'll end up hurting is yourself. And I couldn't bear that. Try and get some rest.
I can't sleep. I won't. I will never fall asleep again, not for decades. No, not even then. My life was in this story. How could she be so cruel? How could everything be lost so easily? I wrote my heart out, it does not seem there. I'll rage until I'm withered. I'll grow cold and bitter. Carlotta, the mad woman in the attic. To go. And like this, spinster, rejected by the world, changed her appearance. She attached gold braids to her hair. How long has it been snowing?
Joe! Joe, come skating with me. The pond is still frozen enough. The ice is magnificent. Joe, come.
Lori, I'm writing a story.
Finish it later. I want to win one race before the winter's over.
I'll give you a 2-minute head start
2 minutes.
and still beat you.
Go. Joe doesn't want me.
Go anyway.
He hasn't talked to me in 3 weeks. I drew a picture of her with her beautiful hair, but she just ignored it. Besides, my ice skates don't fit me anymore.
Take mine.
Can I really? Thank you, Beth. I hope one day I can be sweet like you.
You are sweet.
Ah! Watch where you're going.
Sorry, Mr. Lawrence.
That piano sounded terrible. I could hear it from outside.
It needs tuning, sir.
Where's my grandson? Lori?
I'm sure he'll be here soon.
The boy's missed 6 lessons. He's fallen behind in all his work. I've strictly forbidden him to associate with this little family.
Why, sir?
Because a man needs an iron will if he's to succeed in this world. And this family will only soften him. Which one of the dreadful little March girls are you? you're the one who wants to play my priceless piano. It's out of the question. That piano belonged to my daughter, Laurie's mother. It's been locked since you passed it, and that is how it shall stay. Do I frighten you?
A little.
Why?
It might have something to do with your face. It's very hard.
Well, I can't help my hard face. Go on. Continue what you were playing. Come now, I haven't all day. Are you going to play or not?
If you say, come with me off to Massachusetts, then to Massachusetts we will go. We will buy dishes there, maybe even 2 sets, buy the finest china, then we'll dine a ball and cream Suzettes.
Well, go on.
We will build model boats off in Massachusetts, there in Massachusetts by the bay. Put them together and wait until the boat sets.
What's the matter now?
I don't remember the rest, sir.
While we wait, we'll poker for the folk along the parapets. To Massachusetts,
Yes, we're off.
to where the shops are sweet. We will play minuets off in Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts, Beacon Street. If you say, come with me, come to Massachusetts, then to Massachusetts we will go. We will buy dishes there, maybe even 2 sets. Buy the finest china, then we'll dine a while of ribs and that. Yes, we're off to Massachusetts.
Yes, we're off.
Yes, we're off to where the shops are sweet. We will have no regrets off in Massachusetts. Boston, Massachusetts, we.
Boston, Massachusetts, we.
Boston, Massachusetts, we repeat. Well, goodbye.
Bye, sir.
Come to my house tomorrow. I'll find the key to that old piano. We'll see if there's some music left in it. Will you come?
Yes.
Splendid. Oh, and when next you see Laurie, tell him I wish to see him at once.
What's wrong? Mr. Lawrence was here!
He asked me to come to his house tomorrow and play his piano.
Oh,
He's really not as terrible as we thought.
Meg! Beth!
Joe, what happened?
She fell through the ice.
what?
We're skating by the bridge when suddenly the ice gave way. I got to her just in time.
She's careless. She's rash.
She just wanted to be with you.
Here, thank you. You're skating so beautifully. You don't think? No, you're not supposed to skate by the bridge. Everyone knows that the ice by the bridge is dangerous. But you didn't want me skating near you. I love your stories, Joe. I even tried to write one to make up for what I did, but I couldn't think of anything to say. So then I drew that picture of you with your beautiful hair. Yeah, and my big mouth.
And you just ignored it.
You skate recklessly. If it wasn't for Laurie, you could have been killed.
Maybe it would have been better if I had.
You must never talk like that. When the ice broke underneath you, all I could think was, I could have lost you.
And go on, Joe. Give her.
See how much she's changed?
I think she deserves a second
No,
chance.
everyone, stop it! I was devastated when you burned my story.
I didn't understand how you could do such a thing. Promise me that... Promise me that you'll never think of me as an enemy, but as a sister who loves you.
I promise, Joe. The March sisters forever.
Forever.
Forever!
Lori, who saved Amy and made this day possible. I want to declare before everyone, before the world, that on this day of forgiveness and joy, that you, Theodore Lawrence III, who has valiantly lost all contests to me, I declare you our brother. A brother we never had. Swear to us your greatest oath of loyalty, and oath as dazzling as your charms.
I swear I'll follow you like royalty.
From where our royal coat of arms. From now on we are joined, and we shall not be parted. From this day on it's one for one, and one for all for life.
We'll live like musketeers.
Together we'll prevail. We'll be fine for all forever from now on.
Now we must swear for all eternity. Our bond shall never be undone.
Nothing shall sever this fraternity. We'll always live and die as one. From now on we are joined, and we shall not be parted. From this day on it's all for one, and one for all for life. Together we will fight.
Your battles will be mine.
We'll be fine for all forever from now on. Speech, speech!
On this wonderful day.
It's wonderful.
Never forget.
Never forget.
I am honored to say I am
From this day on we swear that we shall not be parted. From this day on we stand one, fight for all for life. We'll conquer every foe. Our brother by our side. And if John Brooke were here, he'd be our brother too.
thanks, love.
We'll consider any friend.
Loyal to the end.
We fight for all forever.
Fight for all forever.
We fight for all forever from now on. From now on.
Mrs. March, we must be getting to the station.
Amy! Amy, darling, are you ready? Amy, March will be here soon.
You don't want to miss your train.
Oh, I'll need a few more minutes. I'm waiting for Joe. Tell me I'm doing the right thing.
You're doing the right thing.
I've never left my girls before.
Your husband has pneumonia. He needs you with him in Washington.
I feel like I'm being torn into two. One part of me here, and the other.
I'll looking on the girls every day.
Thank you, Mr. Lawrence.
Of course. I'll just take this along to the carriage. Oh, good morning, Beth.
Good morning, sir. I brought you a basket of food.
Thank you, Beth. Where's Joe?
Amy's almost ready. She's packing up half the house.
Where's Joe? I sent her to a March hours ago. She should have been back by now.
I'll go find her.
Here's the shawl that Father loves so much. Mommy, please don't make me go to March.
scares me. Everything's so old in it. I drew this picture of you with apple blossoms in your hair.
The goddess of spring. It's for father. Is he gonna die? No, Amy. I'll see to it that he recovers. Go get the rest of your things.
Marmy, I'm sorry. I'm so late. I didn't get the money.
Thank you, Joe. I know how hard it must have been to ask on March.
I didn't ask her. I couldn't. So I walked to the town common and I stood there all morning trying to sell my stories. And when that failed, I sold my hair.
Oh my.
Joe!
You're bald.
I'm not bald.
But your hair was your best feature.
She looks beautiful. And so now Marvin will have enough money to make it to Washington and stay with Father for as long as he needs it. $27.25. I threw in a few extra coins I'd stashed away.
Joe, I can't believe you've done this. I'm so
Disappointed.
proud. It was a very courageous thing to do. Thank you, Joe.
The carriage is ready, Miss March. Joe, you look different. By summer, I guarantee every girl in Concord will be wearing her hair.
Come, let me hold my girls.
Oh, we've never been parted before. I feel awful. I'll look after everything, Marvin. Don't worry.
My dear Margaret, make certain your husband recovers. Yes, Aunt March. Thank you for taking Amy. Amy, tell Aunt March how excited you are.
I'm very excited about coming to live with you while Margaret's in Washington.
Naturally. Now, no glum faces, no tears. I'll be back as soon as possible. How did you all grow up so fast? Goodbye, Aunt March.
Oh, and you'll tell Father about how much I miss him and love him.
Josephine, what have you done? I sold my hair so Marmy will have a safe journey to Washington.
You did what? I told you if you need money, come to me.
I was hoping to make my own money.
Cutting one's hair and sending it like a beggar is not an option for a lady. You look like a short sheep. Have you forgotten our contract?
I never forget it. Traveling, seeing Europe, Paris, London.
You don't live up to your part of the bargain. Why should I live up to mine?
I tried to live up to my end of the bargain. I went to a ball, I improved my manners, I read books on etiquette, I practiced dancing with Meg, I held my tongue in several situations when I wanted to scream out. I got a fire in me, Aunt March.
Well, just see how far this fire takes you in life. See what doors this fire will open. See what society thinks of your fire.
To heck with society!
Josephine!
We don't live for society. We live for what we have inside of us. We live to expand our minds, fulfill our dreams, engage in passionate exchange.
That's enough. You think you know everything, and you know nothing. As for you can forget. Your business for someone with a little more understanding of its rewards.
Aunt March,
The
please.
subject is closed.
Subject is not closed. And if it is, I open it up again. I'll go to Europe. I will. I'll go to Europe if I have to swim there. Hello, John.
Want a good haircut, Joe?
And my hair will grow back.
And who is this man?
He's Laurie's tutor and a friend.
Well, tell your friend his visit should be brief. Amy, collect your things. I'll be waiting for you in the carriage. I have plans for you.
Yes, ma'am.
John, what have you done?
I've enlisted. I couldn't stand by any longer. When Father was in the Army Hospital in Washington, I have friends who will never return.
You leave.
Tonight. Meg, Margaret, I'm not a rich man, and I'm not particularly handsome.
You're very handsome, John.
Really? You think so? I'm not the wisest man in the world.
You're very wise.
Thank you. Thank you. Margaret. If you would find it in your heart, if you would love me as I love you, if only you'll care while we are apart, then I would be rich, I would be wise, I would be more than I am.
Wait for your time. Wait while you're born.
Wait till I am gone. If you'll imagine me here with you, if only you'll care if I carry on, then I could be strong.
Why must you go?
I could be brave. I could be more.
Only come home.
More than I am. If you will say you love me enough to marry me, I will come home and love you for all of my life, and I will be more than I am. Say yes, make me more than I am.
I'll marry you tomorrow. I'll marry you today. Come home and I love you for all of my life.
I swear to you now with all my heart, I swear I will love you as you love me. From this moment on,
Though we'll be apart, I will be more.
I will be
More than I
am. With you, I am more.
than I am.
I'll write you every day, twice a day, 5 times a day.
It's settled. What? We'll all go to Europe. Why should we go? Here we are, young women on our own, taking care of ourselves. It's time to look ahead. I'll get a real job. We'll save our pennies.
Joe?
I've already worked out our itinerary. We'll go to Spain first, Madrid, then to Rome, visit the Vatican, have an audience with the Pope.
Joe, I'm engaged. John proposed and I accepted. Meg! Oh, Meg, that's so romantic. Meg's engaged. Oh, have a big wedding. Art says they're very fashionable.
Amy, Aunt March is looking for you. Bye, everyone. Talk to me later.
What about our promise to remain together?
We made that a long time ago, Jill. I've changed. You've changed.
Haven't changed. I'd never make a promise one day and break it another.
No,
Our word is everything, Meg.
I love him.
So you love him. I'm talking about us, Meg. We're alone now. We only have each other.
Oh,
Our future as a family is at stake. You can't turn your back on us.
I'm not turning my back on you.
I promised you that I would become a famous writer.
I know.
And I give you everything that you have ever dreamed of.
What if she really loves him?
I do. With all my heart and soul.
Meg.
I've lost Meg.
You haven't lost Meg.
And I've lost my trip to Europe.
You'll find your way there. I just know you will. You can do everything. You can make the clouds disappear.
It's you who can make the clouds disappear, Beth.
Come, walk with me. Tell me all about your adventures today.
Well, I sold my hair.
Yes, I am.
And before that, I stood in the common and paid attention to me, I cried out, George is here! And then I recited my story.
Carlotta, the man, woman, and the attic.
Carlotta, the mad woman in the attic, creature of gall, spitz rejected by the world, sets out into the night. Joe! Okay, Joe, march! Her eyes beady red, her hair ghastly white. Joe! It's your best friend, Theodore Lawrence, third. Fingers clutching with rage. As she went out to the wretched man.
Lori! Lori! Oh, Christopher Columbus! It's been weeks.
I was in Boston. I have dreadful news.
What news?
With the war ended, grandfather's insisted I get honors for my life. He's enrolled me in school.
What?
I'm going off to college sometime for the summer session.
Oh, that's wonderful news.
What's wonderful about it? Maybe the best friend I've ever had.
I can't imagine life in Concord without you. Not seeing your silly grin every day.
I don't want to go.
But you have to go. This is an amazing opportunity. College. I'd go in a minute. I'd study everything.
What do you need of school? So you're going to be a famous writer.
Famous.
I need to tell you something.
Tell me something.
That first day we met, do you remember that day?
Of course.
The day you chopped down grandfather's cherished tree. I knew then that you and I would be magnificent together.
We are magnificent together.
My sweet Joe. For weeks now, months, even this whole year actually, I've wanted to.
What was that?
A kiss?
I know it was a kiss.
It was our first kiss actually. Thought about it a long time. We could live a million dreams, but only if we dare. We could go to such extremes, there's so much we could share.
What's gotten into you?
Here, it's part of my inheritance. I have this ring.
What are you talking about?
I want to marry you.
Marry me? Stop this, Lori. It isn't funny.
Practice saying the words over and over. Marry me. Marry me.
Have you gone mad?
I love you, Joe. And I want you to be my wife.
No. No. Find someone else. Find some accomplished girl.
I don't want an accomplished girl. I want you.
Well, you can't have me.
At least say you'll think about it.
There's nothing to think about. I'll never marry.
You don't mean that.
I do mean
You'll
it.
marry.
I won't.
You will. Just not me. That's what you're really saying. You'll find someone.
Go away. I thought you understood me.
You knew all along how I felt. Everybody knew.
You knew all along who I am, what I want. I bared my soul to you, Lori.
Joe.
Just go away. Who's he? Marry me. With his ring and marry me. The nerve, the gall. This is not what was meant to be. How could he put it all with those 2 words? I thought I knew him, thought that he knew me. When it changed, what did I miss? I'll shout and start a riot. Be anything but quiet. Christopher Columbus, astonishing, astonishing, astonishing. At last.
Miss March! Has anyone seen Miss March? Oh! Mr. Peterson, Mr. Patterson, hello, have either of you two seen Miss March? No. Oh, Professor! Professor! Hello. Do you know the whereabouts of our certain Miss March?
No, Miss Kerr. I do not know the whereabouts of Miss March.
I see. Helga! Helga, do we have enough sheets for the new boarders? Helga! Oh, ever since the war, Professor, people have been coming from all over. Miss March!
What is it, Miss Kerr?
Oh, well, you see, a telegram has arrived from Miss March, Professor. A telegram. It could be amazing news. She could be an heiress. She could inherit a great deal of money. Or it could be a horrible tragedy. There's really no telling how it is there. I think that as a good friend, you of all people would be more concerned for her.
Well, good friends. Yes, indeed. Acquaintances.
I see. Don't worry. Helga!
You and the others in this building are under the impression that Miss March and I have a sort of kinship. We have simply gone places together.
The theater.
Yes, I took her to see Hamlet.
Oh, a pathetic tale it is.
Very pathetic. I gave her 3 German lessons.
3, that many.
I have taken her to lectures. It was hard to hear speakers, but Miss March hardly seems to know I exist. She is preoccupied. She rushes past me like the end.
Columbus, this is her. Have you seen the professor?
Well, very kind, you darling.
Ah, Guten Tag.
Talk, Miss March, is a Buddhist. Talk. Guten Tag means good day.
I know what it means. When you talked to me, you said Guten Tag.
Well, I would never say tag.
I'm sure you did.
But I'm sure I did.
All right then, Guten Tag. There's a very Guten Tag. A wonderful Guten Tag, Professor. I have some amazing news. I came to New York on a dream. I knew it might take me a while, but all I'm hearing since I've arrived is leaving right there on the aisle. So today I woke up and decided it's time to achieve, time to fly, time to climb.
But, Miss March, tell us what happened.
Sometimes when you dream, it's just a guess. Sometimes when you work really hard, you don't know if you'll ever find success. So I grabbed the story to sell, and I'm ready to ring. Then I marched out the door and headed right for the movie with all take no press.
Maybe that's what mad taste.
Dashwood was a bee, sneered at my distress, tossed my story, I am a stag, but I was determined I would progress. I said, sir, only one you read, but alas, he disagreed. So I jumped on the chair and read it right there, the volcano press. Keep away from me, you wretch!
I do not give away your mutant rules made of cosmic ice boy!
Oh, say one stop story. Not bad.
That's what I did to Harvey Boucher, and I knows I did it better. Thunder claps, lightning strikes.
I've got to hold you.
Let me find you.
I'll take you.
Let me find you. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go.
Marjorie, look here.
The magnificent splendor.
I've had that woman doing right. I am your destiny. You must risk it! You must take the shortcut! Your fate awaits you there!
She will not escape me!
Go now! Run!
As she was aghast, I could not care less. Words like smoking night in the air, and I accomplished one this. And the last one started to shout, and I won't be going out. But I was here, and more as I'm here, we all came to rest. The forest is dark and scary. Towards the entrance, trembling, fearful what fate awaits her. She comes forward in broken sense. We went home. I can tell the truth. She must make a sacrifice. Give me something, dear. Those broken nights. Without these homes, what will I be? Perhaps I have thought I can. You'll never know your destiny unless you give up vanity. God's below, we shall be where to go. What fate awaits you there? The path is perilous. She avoids swamps. She loses her footing. Her shoes tumble off. The sleeve of her dressing comes. On a twisted limb, she comes to wild rapids. They can go no further. How will you cross the troll years? They want to cross. You must pay me. I will be those that you never learn. I see you wear a necklace that holds a pretty jewel. My quest to get across is what you're wearing round your neck. Oh, how it's glittering. I know things are success. My prospects are so bleak. You'll never know what wisdom is until you give up all your riches. Here, it's yours. Now show me this rich shore. I'll take you to your fate. Sometimes when you dream, your dreams come true in extraordinary ways. Suddenly a day is so amazing, and sometimes when you cry again, and someone else feels the pain you always knew was there.
Stop, please.
I cannot stop.
Can you not give a tired old knight some assistance?
I have nothing left to give.
Give me your time.
My fear weighs me.
Can you not care for me? It has been years since I have held the touch of another hand.
And take mine. And take my shawl. Now this is.
You have completed your journey. My sword is yours. It will protect you from your enemies. You may return to the moors. Your fate is in your hands.
And first up, race to the forest. Race to the forest where she called. I have returned Braxton. I'm free the force of your tyranny. Fight me.
I only knew you'd come back to me. They always do.
She buried. She passed from Braxton. And couldn't get so free. She touched up to a karate rock. Her sword. Splashing and splashing. Never has she been so afraid. She is on fire. Pity she hadn't taken dueling lessons. Out of nowhere, who should appear but the long forgotten Rodrigo?
This is your end, villain! I've waited a lifetime to destroy you.
Who are you?
I'm your first nightmare, Braxton. I am her sister.
And then casually got on his knees, crying salads to me, please. Then he ordered for more. Now I'm writing for the weekly volcano rest. I'm ready for destiny. I'm ready to go. I'll take this right now. This break the bed. I will not miss my only brother. I'm ready to take a bow. I sing a song. My destiny is yours.
a success, Miss Marsh. Tell me, have you ever been to the Broadway Gardens?
Are you asking me to dinner, Professor?
No. Yes.
I should like that.
Oh, Miss March, I nearly forgot in all the excitement. A telegram has arrived. More good news, I suppose.
You look smart.
I know. Today I could start a revolution. I could...
What is it, Miss March?
It is not good news.
You're probably home. My sister Beth has contracted scarlet fever. She's gravely ill. I must get to her immediately.
Oh, I'm so sorry for you, dear. So sorry for you and your family.
Is there anything we can do?
No, thank you, Professor. Mrs. Kirk, tell your girls to
They'll be fine.
tell them to keep reading.
I will.
Thank you both for everything.
Miss Marsh, I should like to accompany you.
Accompany me.
You should not travel alone.
I traveled here alone. I'm not afraid. I should be fine. But thank you.
And Miss Marsh, you will return?
Of course.
And Miss Marsh, feel blue.
Yes. I need good luck.
It seems your simple acquaintance is leaving you, dear Professor.
Yes.
Oh, Helga! Where are those sheets?
A little more, John. Keep pushing. Heavy piece of wood, isn't it?
Light as a feather, sir.
And Beth knows nothing.
Joe has seen everything.
Ah, there. That's it.
Yes.
As long as it's found a home.
It's a beauty, sir. I'll let Joe know.
Stop waiting.
The flowers.
It's magnificent. Oh, but Mr. Lawrence, you shouldn't have.
But I did. And enough so.
Joe,
She's ready.
it's in place.
Meg!
Where are you taking me? You're free. Is it Amy? She back?
It's not Amy, and she's not back.
Well, what is it?
Patience. There.
Mr. Lawrence?
Oh, over here.
Your piano?
No, Beth. Yours.
Mine?
Mine, no. Oh, there was no arguing with it.
But why, sir?
Ah, because it kept calling, where's that dreadful little Marcia? It missed you.
Come, sit at it, Beth.
Thank you, Mr. Lawrence. I shall treasure it.
Play something for us, Beth. Sounds good.
I forgot to tell you. I received a letter from Laurie this morning. He had just been in New York.
Lori was in New York?
He didn't come to see you.
No.
Well, I'm sorry. But he was in such a bad way. Moping about for weeks. I insisted he do some business for me, then go to Europe and enjoy himself. Oh, and guess who we met up with in Florence?
Who?
Amy and your Aunt Marsh.
Who?
Miss Marsh, may I join you?
It'd be an honor, sir.
You say, come with me off to Massachusetts. Then to Massachusetts we will go.
days, I wake up, I go out, time goes by. My days are exactly the days I've lived since arriving here. In fact, I am amazed how this comforts me year by year. I work and I eat, I eat muffins and jam. The house is nice and quiet now. That is how I am. My mind is devoted to thoughts upon the meaning of life, the more that I want. So wise and late I find I'm an easy old brook. And I've been out of my skin till it's close to the diamond. Why does my how, like a battery man? How can she ask me how I am? I am Miss Fine. This horse is nothing to match. This will be short. And the evening I've been in my way. On the day you return, you see who said, this horse has so long, and me on the tree. Why often I think my days are gone. Of course it's when I have been quite content. I wake in the morning and know that I hear the absolute sound. Yes! My peace is disturbed and the rocks as me as my thoughts on the ground. I want to live on myself in these rooms, but now around me another like hope who acts in the dawn of the soul and leave me like that. And now she expects me to send her a note with words my soul is singing my throat. Who asks her to change my name, how I think, how I love. She asks how I am. How can I reply? I go through my daily routine. I get lessons I wait. Time goes by. And lately I find there's pleasure in how silly too. Some days I go to the park and I sit there all afternoon. Some evenings I swear I can hear a door slam. The house is far too quiet now. That's how I am.
Marmy, it's so beautiful. The waves and all the shells.
I believe this one's 1,000 years old. Listen to it, Beth. Remember how we always used to talk about coming to Cape Cod?
And now Jo with her wee literary eyes has brought us here.
I'm so glad to be here with you. Promise me, Beth, whatever's gotten a hold of you, you'll continue to fight it.
Look what I bought! A kite for my bed. Look at the tail. I told the man I wanted the most beautiful color for my sister.
It's the most beautiful kite I've ever seen.
I shall leave you to it.
Oh, no, Marmy.
Stay. I'm going to go write a letter to Father. Tell him how beautiful the Cape is at this time of the year. I love you.
Oh, Beth, this is a dream come true. Come, help
help me finish putting this cake together.
Tell me again about New York.
It's a circus.
A circus?
Clowns, waltzing camels, dancing horses. Sometimes you see them right out on the street. And museums. Oh, and theaters, Beth. Everywhere.
And the women? Are they shameless?
Some of them. Anyway, it's an amazing place, Beth. I'm going to take you there.
To New York?
And we'll dine in the finest restaurants and see Shakespeare and ride the omnibus and mingle with unsavory characters. And
Joe, I have something for you. Marnie says the shell's over 1,000 years old. And I believe that once upon a time, it had an amazing life. If you put it to your ear, it talks to you.
what does it say?
It says, we grow up too fast. You're a woman of the world now, Joe. I'm so proud of you.
When you were first born, not an hour old, I told Marnie,
Beth is mine.
everyone has someone special in the world, and I have you. My sweet Beth, give me a task to do.
Let's pretend we're riding on a kite. Let's imagine we're flying through the air. We'll ascend until we're out of sight. Light as paper, we'll soar. Let's be wild up high above the sand. Feel the wind, the world at our command. Let's enjoy the view and Neverland, floating apart from the shore. Some things are meant to be. Clouds moving fast and free. The sun on a silver sea. A sky that's bright and blue. Some things will never end. The thrill of our magic ride. Love that heals inside. We'll climb high beyond the break of day. Sleep on stardust and diamonds and moon. You and I will find the Milky Way. We'll be there. And explore. We'll be flying high above the breeze. Stardust, sail on with the breeze. Pass the days to dream only as we please. That's what this Can I tell you a secret?
Anything.
I never made plans about what I would be when I grew up. And I'm not afraid to die. The hardest part, Joe, is leaving you.
I won't let it happen. You will get better. You will.
Some things are meant to be. Time remains. Fate takes hold of me. No matter what I do, some things will never die. The promise of memories that I
shambles and it's still in shambles.
Meg!
Did you see the look I gave the coachman at March? His impertinence. He caught every bump in the road. One should always be civil to a coachman. You must respect those who have the reins until you wrench the reins from them. Yes, I'll March.
Marmy! Joe!
And remember, Amy, you're a lady now.
Yes, I'm a lady.
Meg!
When did this house get so small? As we grow grand, Amy, the world around us often diminishes in size. I've known people who have almost disappeared before my very eyes. You're such a dear, Aunt March. Thank you for everything. I'll go see to that wretched coachman. Oh, and remember, Aunt March, respect those who have the reins. Very good. Amy? Meg! Marty! Oh, let me look at you. Let me look at you. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, and you're a mother now. Twins, I can't believe it. Neither can I. Amy? Oh, my baby's Marty! He looks so grown up. I am, Marie. I really am. I feel older. I'm sophisticated. You can't imagine all the experiences I had. And wherever I was, I'd think, if only Meg were here. If only Joe. If only Amy. I was so sorry I wasn't here to say goodbye to her. I cried for weeks. I couldn't stop. March, that was being unreasonable, but my heart was breaking not to be here with her.
Beth understood.
Joe! She said,
Tell Amy not to fret.
did she really say that?
She was so brave. At the very end, you'd have been proud of her.
I bought her this metronome. The man there said there wasn't another one like it. Where did we get this magnificent piano?
Mr. Lawrence gave it to them.
Oh, he's a dear, isn't he? It's so good to be home in our dear house.
Show us what you brought back.
It's a king's ransom. I have so many things to tell you all. I ate frogs. Actual frogs. Oh, and how is John? Is he still romantic? More so. I knew it. Men are so amazing.
It's almost everything.
Lord, I didn't know you were coming back too.
Yes, we all sailed the same ship.
You look different.
Do I? I'm taller, an inch or so.
It was so good of you to comfort Amy and Aunt March after our loss of Beth.
When I heard the news, I was devastated. I didn't come to visit you when I was in New York. I thought of it. I wanted to.
I don't blame you, Lori. I was horrible to you. I was so unfeeling.
You said what you felt.
No. Guess what? I sold the story.
I knew you would. I always had that sort of faith in you, Joe.
I know you did.
You look different too, you know? Very, very distinguished.
Really?
I missed you.
I missed you too. You know, I've learned something about myself.
What's that?
I was never meant to fly on golden wings.
Then who is?
You, Joe, you were meant to soar. Me, I was meant for more mundane things. I've decided to go into grandfather's business. It's the last thing in the world I would have thought for myself. The truth is, the prospects interest me. I shall be wily and shrewd.
Lori, there you are.
Amy, did you tell Joe?
Tell me what? The most amazing thing.
Really quite a thing.
You tell her.
No, you tell her.
All right? Let's tell her. We were under the bridge of sighs,
In a gondola,
under Italian skies.
she was singing lullabies.
He says he likes the way I sing.
The day was ours.
Talked for hours.
It was amazing. Amazing! There we were in Venice. In Venice. They shouted, will you marry me? Then I fell into the water. She dove in and rescued me. How could we have known?
Amazing what time can do.
From that moment my heart flew.
We'll be married in the spring.
Whoever thought in all the world we'd fall in love, and yet we did.
It was amazing.
Amazing. Amazing. The most amazing thing.
Come, Lori, help me with the rest of my things.
She bought half of Europe.
And I'll buy the other half on our next trip. And later, Aunt March wants to talk to us about proper wedding etiquette. Lori, welcome to the family.
Thank you, Joe.
You know, I never meant for it to happen like this. I had always thought of Lori as yours. He's never been mine. He's always been one of us. I brought this back for you. It's a book of my drawings. I drew all the things you should have seen. All the mountains and churches and palaces. I want you to have them. I can't. Yes, you can. We'll be close, Joe. That will never change. Never. Thank you, Amy. Your drawings are beautiful.
It's been a while since you've been up here.
I know.
The room needs an airing and a dusting.
I'll get to it.
This attic used to be such a sanctuary for you. Whenever you were sad or disappointed, you would run up here, bolt the door, and come back hours later so full of life. I haven't seen that Joe in a while.
I can't write. I can't do anything really. You're right. I used to be able to come up with something. I was always so good at that. That's what say. Joe can make clouds disappear. I want that back. I never should have broken the promise that I only stayed here and didn't go to New York. Everything would have been different.
You couldn't have changed what happened. You did everything for me.
How do you manage? How do you go on day in, day out as if nothing has happened? Do you think that's how I go on? You're strong and you're wise. How can I be more like you? How do I find your strength?
Don't make so much of me, Joe. I never dreamed of the sorrow. I never thought I'd have reason to live. I thought I'd never know heartbreak. How I wish I could change the way things went.
nothing but goodness. I wanted reason to prevail, not despair, emptiness. I wanted days, plenty, but I refused to feel tragic. I'm making for more than pain and grief. There has got to be meaning. Most of all, my life has been so brief. I have got to learn something. How can I give her any less? I want life to go on. I want days of plenty. You have to believe there is reason for hope. You have to believe that the answers will come. You can't let this defeat you. I won't let this defeat you. You must find your key.
have their fates. Meg, the eldest and most romantic, said,
It's not fair. Some girls have pretty things while we have nothing.
It won't be Christmas without presents.
said Amy, of her usual out. And without Father to read to us to show. We are to travel, write great books. Only left, sitting content and steady. So sweet.
But we have each other.
Everything I promised I must be. Each of us a witness to me. We will always have each other. They will always be the fire in my heart. Here I go, and there's no turning back. My great adventure has begun. I may be small, I've got giant plans to shine as brightly as the sun. Here in all the smallest details of the past, here this attribute, suddenly life was something fast. The four of us, forever here at last. As unexpected as can be.
Will we ever get through this day?
This day will be magnificent. Soon, Lori and Amy will be endless.
Meg, look at me. I can't get married looking like this. This dress is not Trevo. The dress is very Trevo. Oh, and the shoes white for the flowers.
Amy, let me fix your hair.
I've made all the wrong decisions for the wedding for me. The flowers, this dress.
You look like Madonna.
Merci, John.
It was all Laura's idea to have the wedding at a very petite maison, and I can deny one more nothing.
Why is she speaking French?
Was I that silly at our wedding?
Worse.
John?
You were inspiring.
John. Father's telegram said he'd be arriving soon. You must go meet him at the station.
3 sets of dishes, 2 sets of silver, 16 chairs, 4 cut-glass bowls, and all the flowers from my conservatory. I have joyfully been divested of all my worldly possessions.
Where's Amy?
You're not to see her before the wedding.
I know. Grandfather used the champagne you asked for? Oh, take it. I'm off to the station.
Come, let's have a cigar together before the ceremony begins. How do you feel? Are you ready to be a bridegroom?
My life has never been more complete. And the rain's held up.
Where is Josephine?
I'll go find her.
And tell Amy I wish to talk to about receiving my mandate. We have the cream of Concord society arriving at any moment. I understand you want to talk to me?
I suppose you realize this could have been your day. You think I made a ghastly mistake? I do not. Amy and Lori are ideally suited to each other. I've gone over my will.
Aunt March.
Meg will inherit most of my money. Amy is making her way into society and won't need any of it. And as for you,
I don't want to.
I know you don't want anything, and yet you want everything. Josephine, every girl, every woman needs something to fall back on when times are bleak. I'm leaving you my house.
Your house?
Do something worthwhile with it. Make a library of it, or a school.
That is very generous of you, Aunt March. Thank you.
I don't like that dress.
It's one of your old ones.
Well, it looked better on me. Joe, there's a strange man at the front gate asking for you.
Professor Bear?
Hello.
Hello. This is a surprise.
I know. Well, you said if I should ever come up north, I should come visit you.
Yes, but...
You never saw him do it. Well, I did it. I am here. Should I go?
No.
Am I not intruding?
You're not intruding. Come inside, I'll introduce
No.
you.
Not yet.
So, how is Mrs. Kirk?
As impossible as ever.
And the boarders?
As strange as ever.
And you?
Me? It's the same.
You look...
Old. I know. Nearly 50.
You're 34.
35.
You had a birthday?
They made a party for me. I get sick. I do not like parties. I brought back your manuscript. It was so good of you to send me a copy. A novel?
There's no one whose opinion I respect more than yours. Forgive me for presuming.
It touched me deeply, Miss March. I saw you on every page. I felt your spirit. I heard your voice. It was magnificent.
Oh, Amy is driving me insane. Now she's talking about changing her veil. Oh, excuse me.
This is my sister Meg. This is Professor Bear.
I recognize you now from your sister's book.
Oh, so you're the one she's let read it.
I'll be right there.
I have come at a bad time.
No, it's just a wedding.
Oh, a wedding!
I often think of you, Professor. I wonder how you were doing.
I bought a kite.
You bought a kite.
Yes. Soon after you left, I bought a kite and I took it to the park. I've never had a kite before, you know. You were right to think I was old. I was old.
No.
I was. Well, since we meet, everything is different. Everybody notices, my students even, they say, Professor Bear, you are smiling today. Miss March.
Joe.
Joe. We are not at all alike. We have our differences. May I be blunt?
Be blunt. By all means.
I think perhaps it looks like rain.
The sky gets bluer by the hour.
The water falls in little drops.
That's why it's called a sun shower.
Oh, and now it stops.
You were about to be blunt?
If I say rain, then you say sun. If I say yes, then you say no. It seems before we start the gun, we even argue at hello. If I say share with me this small umbrella,
I say who cares if I get wet?
we are as different as the morning and the night.
Yeah. We are as different as the winter and the spring.
We always seem to fight.
We disagree on everything.
And yet, you make me smile, you make me laugh, you make me care. How can I explain inside my heart I feel the pain? You're not there. Though we are not all alike, you make me feel alive. If we had that in common, that one small thing in common, love could be like a small umbrella in the rain.
Josephine! Guess will be arriving soon. The family gathered in the parlor.
are you?
This is my Aunt March. This is Professor Bear.
Call me Fritz.
Fritz? Is that your name, Fritz?
Have I never told you?
No.
Well, bring in Fritz.
You were saying Fritz?
When people discover passion, they've come upon something rare. This fervor they have in common can shelter them anywhere. Though the rest may be rough, with such passion to share, I think we have more than enough to make a marriage if we dare.
You are proposing?
No. Yes. I do not mean today, or tomorrow, or the next week, or a month, 2 years. I'm a patient man.
I won't be sweet, won't be demure.
This I prefer, this I adore.
I'll speak my mind, you can be sure.
I'll be enchanted to the
If
core.
I say share with me your small umbrella,
I'll say who cares if we get wet.
we'll be as different as a husband and a wife.
No, we'll be different as a woman and a man.
We'll fight our way through life.
We'll disagree the best we can. And yet, you make me smile, you make me laugh, you make me care. How can I explain inside my heart I feel the pain when you're not there? No, we are not at all alike. You make me feel alive. If we had that in common,
That one small thing in common.
love could be like a small umbrella in the rain.
I have more good news. I sent your novel in to Henry Dashwood.
You did what?
It was wrong of me, I know. But I could not resist. Horrid man Dashwood. Stubborn. Blunt to a fault.
What did he say?
He said it's a bit long. He misses the blood and guts. He likes the four sisters, particularly the outspoken one. He wants to publish it,
He said that?
if it's all right by you.
Joe, you're needed inside.
Marmee, I'd like you to meet a good friend of mine, Professor Fritz Bear. He's coming to stay with us. We're thinking of starting a school together.
A school?
Not today, or tomorrow, or next week, but someday.
Nice to meet you, Professor. Please, meet our family.
Sometimes when you dream, your dreams come true in extraordinary ways. Suddenly a day can be so amazing, and sometimes when you yearn, you burn the air, and then you are not the same, and the world is.
Joe, we are all waiting for you.
Thank you.